conjunction with International Women's Day, I have Christy Ng, the founder and CEO of the brand Christy Ng Shoes, here with me today to share her journey to being an entrepreneur as a female leader. The journey to establishing Christy Ng Shoes started when Christy was trading shoes part-time from her mother's living room in 2010. She then moved deeper into business full-time and scaling the business further by designing her own shoes under the Christy Ng shoe label. Christy worked as a pharmaceutical representative before she became an entrepreneur under her own label. She was also the top nominee in the women category of EY Entrepreneur of the Year 2017 Malaysia. So, Christy, the first question I have for you. We all know, right, setting up a business is never an easy task, and we are faced with many challenges, right? So what led you taking this first step to set up your business?
It was circumstances, and it was also a passion. I always wanted to be an entrepreneur. And, I came from a very, very humble background. My father washes air conditioners for a living, and I had to, work part-time since I was 9 years old to finance my education. And things were tough back then. I had to, work during the weekends. I had to work after school. So I had enough of money to pay my tuition fees. So I think that has taught me to be resourceful from a very, very young age. And I guess that I think the entrepreneurial spirit was always in me ever since I was young. My first entrepreneurial endeavor was selling flowers at the LRT station when I was 9 years old. So I think that spirit of, creating, the spirit of, hustling, trying to improve the way things are, trying to make change. I think that's all, trying to strive for something better. It was all in me ever since I was young. And I think that led me to the path of entrepreneurship.
Wow, that's truly inspiring. I think your courage and passion to start your own business on your own is really remarkable. I think credit to you.
It's remarkable, but it was also like, sometimes ignorance is bliss. The less you know, the more daring you are. So I would say back then, I didn't know much, but I was very daring. I didn't know about tax, I didn't know about accounting. I just started my business with just $10,000 in my bank. That time, I don't even put my accounts on an Excel sheet. That was how I started. Just want to do, but never think of anything else. So sometimes ignorance is good. So if you're starting out a business and you don't know anything about accounting, you don't know anything about tax, it doesn't matter, because that's how I started. I didn't know much about shoes also when I.
Okay. Second question, interesting one. As you know, right, 2020 was a tough year for everyone, both big corporations, SMEs, individuals. However, it was also an accelerator for change in business and how we run things. So how has this pandemic journey been like for you and your business? Can you share a little?
Yeah, I think the pandemic has accelerated my e-commerce sales. When they first announced the lockdown, I was really, really terrified, because I have retail stores. So naturally, I was afraid of, who's going to pay my rent, how am I going to cover my rent, my overheads for my stores and things like that. But I was really pleasantly surprised to see that my e-commerce sales, literally quadruple overnight. So I think COVID-19 has been a catalyst for e-commerce growth and also digital growth. So what I did was I very quickly I get all my retail team to help me with e-commerce fulfillment. So while the stores are closed, my retail staff, they help us with the e-commerce fulfillment, with the customer service that's happening online, because the intensity of the orders just quadrupled overnight. So the inquiries, the questions, and the influx of emails and phone calls were all, my retail team had to help me attend to those increase in questions. What was really interesting is our exports also grow. I think the best part of what we achieved last year was the enormous growth in our exports. So we, before this, we were shipping to customers from 70 over different countries, in a certain volume. But after COVID-19 happened, the volumes of exports in each of these countries just quadrupled as well overnight.
Yeah. I'm sure it's not been easy, but I guess it all boils down to perseverance and willpower. And I believe, right, you will pull through and maybe do even better, right? Because now commerce is picked up after MCO, CMCO, RMCO. I think business will increase, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. one question, the last one I want to ask you. What advice do you have for women and other people out there who would like to start their business? Because I think many people look up to you, and I think if you can share that advice, there will be many Christy Ngs in the future. So can you share that advice on what and how to start your own business?
I think it doesn't matter if you have no knowledge, no money, no skills, and you don't know what you're doing. It's perfectly fine. It's perfectly normal. The most important thing is being persistent, having that determination, that drive, to wake up every morning and do what you love, and, to really focus and stay true to the path that you are about to take. It's going to be very, very difficult. There'll be a lot of negative people around you, a lot of naysayers, a lot of people who think that you won't make it, but it's normal. You get rejected tons of times. Even until today, we still faced with rejection. Some people still don't think we're good enough, but it doesn't matter, because never lose sight of your dreams, no matter how far-fetched it may seem to be today. And one thing I learned is I discovered is there's no penalty for hard work. So just give it your all every single day, give it your heart and soul, because it doesn't matter if people don't notice it now, because people will eventually notice your commitment, your hard work, your effort. And all it takes is just that one right person to notice your product, your service, or your company, or your hard work, and the rest is history.
Wow, that's great advice. I think we see many women today kickstarting their own business and being leaders in their own right. And like what you said clearly, which I always believe, you need to believe in yourself. That is key.
Yes.
And once you believe in yourself, I think you can do anything.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it doesn't matter what other people think about you. The most important thing is what you think about yourself. If you think you're good, then you're good. Doesn't matter what, doesn't matter what other people think. It's how you feel inside, which is more important.
Correct. Absolutely. Self-satisfaction is the best.
Yes.
Okay. Thanks, Christy. I think on behalf of EY, right, we would really like to thank you for taking the time to share your story. It's a short story, but really it's really good. And your thought with us to share this, I think will help many people out there grow their own business or develop their own business. Yes. We wish you all the best and much success in your business. Right? Thank you and have a great day.